I'm so happy we're at the airport heading for Norway. We've been invited by Tesla to discover one of their new products. I totally pulled out the Tesla garment to fit the theme. I'm going to share my 2 days there with you. For the moment, everything is confidential. I don't know what will be officially presented. There are a lot of rumors about a future new car or an update of the Model 3. I think it will be the second option. We've got 2 days on site and I'm going to share it all with you. We arrived and were picked up in a Tesla. Not just any Tesla, but the Model S plaid in blue like mine. It was the first time I'd seen it with a black interior. I must admit, white is much nicer. And this is the first time I've seen it too. The famous circular steering wheel, which is optional. That's if you don't want the yoke steering wheel. I'm going to go and eat a small banana, and we're going to see the little presentation of the beast. It's a sick thing. Basically, I've just been informed that there are only 20 of us in the world who will be able to discover their new car. Well, it's not really a brand new car, but it's a completely new and improved Model 3. With lots of changes both inside and out. I'll show you everything, don't worry, and we'll even get to drive it. In short, a sickly exclusive. In France, we're the only media company and YouTuber to be able to come here. It's even the first time Tesla has organized this kind of event before mentioning it on their website. So it's a sick thing. So I'm counting on you to give this preview a thumbs up. If there's one Tesla that's had a facelift, it's the Model 3. Here's the all-new Model 3 with a completely upgraded body to reduce aerodynamic drag, air noise, and also to increase range. The colors are the same as before, except for a change in the gray and red hues. The first big change concerns the front headlights. These are much slimmer and are also more seamless than on the Model S, which also gives the car a much more futuristic look and, let's face it, a little more aggression. I love it. But it's not just aesthetic, it also provides better nighttime luminosity. It's not just the front lights that have been changed, but also the rear ones, which are much more streamlined and integrated into the trunk. And above all, integrated into the trunk. Previously they were split in two, but this is no longer the case. Another very nice aesthetic point is that the Tesla logo has been removed from the rear and just Tesla is written on it. It's a reminder of the Roadster. Speaking of lights, there's a reminder bar. The rims have been completely overhauled and I find them much prettier than before. And once again with the tire combo, they're much more dynamic and make less noise. And you get a few more kilometers of range. Also for the trunk, this time we're treated to 2 electric jacks. The system is much more efficient than before and is really on a par with the Model S. On top of that, we no longer have the plastic material, this is carpet. There's a little more space, especially on the right-hand side. In terms of volume, it's 40 liters. And what's new inside? I can tell you they've done things halfway and that's a real pleasure. First of all, the interior is much classier. The materials are much more premium. There have been improvements in terms of finish. The steering wheel has been redesigned and the Tesla logo has been removed. A bit like on the Model S. No more Komodo, and we've also taken up some of Tesla's top-of-the-range features. Everything happens directly on the steering wheel. But it's a little different because we have a mix of haptic and physical buttons. So if you want to change the turn signals, it'll be done directly on the steering wheel. I didn't have that on the Model S. There's a little camera button which, when pressed, displays the cameras around the car on the screen. All around the car there are ambient LEDs. So these are little lights. It's true that it's a bit gadgety, but it's still very stylish. We've even got them on the front. Color changes are made directly in the interface. Go to Light Accent Light and choose the color of your choice. The large 15-inch screen is still there. What's different is that the edges are a little thinner, so it's a little more pleasing to the eye. The charging cradle is a little larger. The central storage system has changed a little. It's more like the Model S. They haven't forgotten the rear passengers. As with the Model S, we're treated to a small 8-inch color touchscreen. You'll be able to change the climate control as well as access certain media. For example, you can watch YouTube videos such as Jojol. By the way, don't hesitate to subscribe, it's totally free. So to have this in a car at this price, frankly, it could also be behind each seat. There's always a handy little storage area. Well, the first day is over. Starting tomorrow, we'll be driving with it. This is our second day. We're finally going to be able to ride them. And they didn't just hand us any bike. The brand new red one, it's magnificent. It's amazing. We're among the very first lucky people to ride it. It's been presented and we can take it in hand. In 2 days, I've never seen anything like this from Tesla. Well, here we go. Oh yeah. Indeed, as you press the Komodos to choose the direction, if you want to go forwards, backwards, put it in neutral or park mode. Well, it's just like on the Model S. It's all done on the screen. You have to swipe up to go forward. Back up, swipe down. With the Model S, I use it every day. I find it quite ingenious. On the negative side, when you have to make quick maneuvers to park, you still have to have a little time. You still need a little time to adapt and swipe properly. But that in itself has never bothered me. Well, we want to keep moving. In fact, the more time goes by, the more I get the impression that this new Model 3 is a Model S, but smaller and cheaper. The thing that intrigues me most is the tactile and physical buttons, which are different from those on the Model S. This is precisely where things can go wrong on traffic circles. Precisely when you take a crossroads and have to make a U-turn. And the problem with the Model S is that sometimes when you push it, it doesn't seem to take our touch into account. But having added this physical aspect, I have the impression that it corrects this shortcoming. Getting used to these little buttons on the steering wheel will take some getting used to. But then again, for me, it doesn't bother since I'm used to it. I'll talk more about this in another video. As a first-time customer, I had my doubts, but in the end you get used to it and it's still really practical. Just a little less so in traffic circles. What's a little strange about Tesla is that they only offer a round steering wheel and no yoke steering wheel as an option, and no optional yoke steering wheel, just like the Model S. We've still got quite a few new features. First, the front seats. Basically, they're heated, but now they're ventilated. We've got more microphones, so the quality will be better when you make calls. The sound has become much more premium, and we've got more speakers. Before there were 13, now there are 10. If you want to use the car to recharge your PC, you'll be pleased to know that you can now get 65 watts of wired power. The mobile network, like Wi-Fi, is more efficient. There's also better noise reduction, simply because we now have acoustic glass directly on the back. Whereas in the past it was at the front and top. In any case, my first hour was quite interesting. You can see that things have changed. It's a change you feel in a matter of minutes. I still have the old Model 3 that I drove recently, to see if I could feel any differences. And I really do. You can see that it's more comfortable to drive. I think that's due to the new suspension. On the outside in red, frankly, it's too clean. It's a change from indoors. Maybe it'll be one of my favorite cars at the end of the year. For those who are wondering, this major update to the Model 3 will be available for rear-wheel drive and extended range. For performance mode, there are no plans at the moment. And the great thing is, you won't have to be patient. It'll be here at the end of October. Prices start at €42,990, so it's true that with all its new features, it's a real bargain compared to its electric rivals. By the way, here's a special deal. You can get €500 less on the Model 3, Model Y, and €1,000 less on Model X, Model S. Through my referral link in the description. I won't make any money, but more kilometers for the Tesla. To conclude, for me it's a mini Model S. With a much better price. Here, really thank Tesla for this sick exclusivity. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't hesitate to subscribe and watch this video.